brush my hair too.
You can go to sleep. If you make a wrong turn, I'll tell you. Turn off there! There!
Is this where that friend of yours is going to save Brian is?
No, we won't get there till dawn. My stomach has feelings too, you know.
Tell me about Brian.
About Basco? How do I know? Took him a long time to get used to Happy Dale. At first he was horrified, but, you know, not everybody's cut out for living in the nut house. It's like this. The worst part is that swine Kurgan made life real hard on him. He does that with all the rookies. But Basco stood up to him. I liked the guy. I said, we're like kindred spirits. Banana! And he was. No one can steal keys or trick an orderly or fool a nurse like he can. And at night, even though he was hard to convince, that kid had a natural-born talent for poker. And he hardly even paid attention. He'd spend the whole day thinking about his next hypnotherapy session with Dr. Bennett. I'm innocent and I'm sane, he'd always say. Soon I'll be free and get back to Gina again. 2 days ago, yeah, it was Monday. On Monday, he went totally berserk from the therapy.
Bennett wants to throw me in jail. I've got to escape.
We'll miss you.
Gabbo, you've escaped hundreds of times. You've got to help me out of here.
Pipe down, Basco. Let me think. What you need is a Clint Eastwood.
Huh?
It's an escape designed for beginners. Not very artistic, but effective.
I'm not going back to jail. Tell me what needs to be done and I'll do it.
Listen up. You go into the casino and climb through the vent for the air conditioning ducts. Right behind the cover, you'll find a map. Use it to get to the central fan. A huge tube comes out of there. Climb up one of the numbered ladders. Doesn't matter which one, but don't even think of going up number 2. Slip between the bars, and you'll reach the tower at the top of the roof. You'll see a cable that leads down to the highway right outside the walls of Happy Dale. Just slide down that puppy end.
Thanks for the plan. Enjoy your stay, idiot.
Kurgan! Stop! Open up, Kurgan! Open it! Now what do I do? That psycho stole our plan.
Basco, the art of running away involves much more than following a plan to the T. Improvise.
But how am I supposed to get into the casino? That psycho locked the door from the inside.
Improvise, I say. And don't be dozing off. You gotta get everything ready to escape right when the clock strikes midnight. Not a minute later or a minute sooner.
Could you remind me what the original escape plan was?
Go into the casino. Go into the air ducts through the vent. Follow the map you find until you reach the central fan. Climb up the tube and slide through the bars. Drop down the cable on the roof and you're free. Banana.
Why do I have to go into the air ducts through the vent in the casino?
You can't use the air vent in the common areas because there's always someone who can see you. The air duct vents in the rooms are so close to the cabinets that they're impossible to use. Only Munchkin Bob managed to get through one. But of course he was smaller than a shoebox. In other words, the air duct vent in the casino is the only sensible choice. Banana.
Do you really like bananas, or am I just crazy?
You answer that one yourself. Banana.
I'm gonna keep planning my escape, Gabbo.
Good for you.
See you later, Gabbo.
Okay. And you can tell me about how Bennett sold you up the river, right?
Now would be better. When I came to, after being hypnotized, Bennett was already at his desk talking on the phone.
Judge Whitley, I was just wanting to, oh, it's all settled now. Well, first thing tomorrow, I'll have the report to you. But in conclusion, he's lying. He's not mentally ill. He's completely cognizant of his acts. He belongs in a prison and should never be let out.
Nice story, Basco. Now get back to work. Banana!
Great. What can I do to get into that casino? We're all up there. The insane crowd and the crew that takes care of us. Great idea, so we can all remember who everyone is, because around here, every Tom, Dick, and Harry could be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He's a nice guy, but since he thinks his face is covered in ears, he comes off as a little eccentric. You'll never hear him say, okay. The poor guy's throat is really hurting. Wonder what he's staring at? An imaginary fly? Painter, musician, and escape artist. A true jack of all trades. They snapped this photo right when he had that nervous tick in his eye. She's the exact opposite of Miss Palmer. Friendly, pleasant, hard-working. Too bad it's her day off. This guy's the West Wing's very own eternal hitchhiker. Sometimes he seems like he's going to blow up at everybody. That psycho, he's really gotten me into a huge mess. He looks like a real thug in this one. Man, is she insistent when it comes to me taking my medication. I trusted him until now. He said my case was looking good. But in the end, he was going to have me locked up in the pen.
Cool.
Hi, Miss Palm.
Your medication.
More pills? I had my meds today, don't you remember?
You choose.
Okay.
Swallow. Good boy, Bosco. And keep an eye on your stuff. I saw Kurgan suspiciously fumbling around with your pillow. I bet he stole your hidden candy.
Really? Okay. How cool. She fell for it. Thank goodness for the old put the pills behind the wisdom teeth technique.
Cool.
Hey, Ernie.
Hold on, Basco. What was all that yelling at Kurgan about?
Nothing. We were just playing, hide and go seek.
Oh? It's hard to believe you two get along. What do you need?
What do you think about the people at Happydale?
The employees or the patients?
Employees.
Who exactly?
The doctors.
My favorite is Bennett. He's reduced people's medication, and the solitary confinement, and the rough therapy sessions. He's a hard worker.
The nurses.
Ooh, they're all hotties. Too bad some of them are such whiny hags. That new one, Miss Palmer, I won't even look her in the face. Looks like a manhole cover.
The janitorial staff.
Oh, don't get me started on them. Today, that colorblind boob is on call. Always going on about Chuck Berry being the king, saying Elvis couldn't sing. Blasphemy!
Sorry, I actually wanted your
Which one?
Gabo Spiegelman.
I found out that an envelope arrives at Happydale every month, and inside is a $1 million donation. There's also a letter with no signature that asks that Gabo be treated kindly and well in exchange. That's why the guy lives like a prince. Intriguing, huh?
Jacob Kurgan.
He's bad news, Basco. Don't get anywhere near him. Even if you think you're a step ahead of him, he's already put you through the ringer, and he'd do it again in a snap.
Morgan Nice.
If all of us sane guys acquired a touch of his craziness, the world would be a much nicer place.
Montgomery Hollister.
He turned 102 years old yesterday, but you'd never think he was a day over 101.
We really shouldn't be gossiping like this.
Okay.
Do you think I'm a murderer?
Probably not. You haven't got the guts. But I've been wrong before. And of course, between Gabo, Kurgan, and Quickle, what's one more killer more or less? What difference does it make?
What are you playing?
I'm not playing. This is Elvis brain training. A real blast. Amazing for jogging the memory and increasing your knowledge about the king. I know it all, except for the ones I miss.
Yo, keep playing.
And winning.
This is Dr. Reset in Kurgan's room. Whoa, looks like that psycho doctored up his bed to make it look like he's lying under the blanket. That way people will think he's sleeping and won't notice he's gone. In that case, I'd better not go in. I think not. Only Junior's in there, staring out the window with that good old paper bag on his head.
Very cool. Shoot. Very cool. Aw. Rock.
Hey, Marcelo! Why, thank you very much. What is it? Oh, a flower. Is it for me? It's lovely. A wonder of nature. Thanks, Marcelo.
You're welcome, Vasco.
That's where I hide my candy. Let's see if it's here. Huh? What's this knife doing here? Kurgan, that psycho. Why would he have left this here? Well, at least he didn't take my candy. Hey, I never noticed there was a vent for the air duct system in here, too. Gabo says the cabinet is so close to the vent that you can't squeeze through there, but why not try? Oh, man, this is impossible. Someone put the cabinet so close to the air vent that getting through would be a miracle. I'd have to be Rubber Man to do this. Hey, one question, Marcelo. It's about your famous routine, the one with the imaginary box.
Yes?
What did that imaginary box routine look like?
Picture this. The typical contortionist act in which a man twists his body over into itself until it's so tiny he can fit inside of a very teeny box. Though my innovation was to do so in an imaginary box, which is much more difficult than squeezing into a real one.
I don't quite get it. What was the imaginary box like?
Well, it was transparent, square, the lid open outward. It measured 3 feet on each edge.
Wait, I think I'm starting to get the idea. Yeah, I think I can picture it. It was a really small box. How did you manage to get inside?
It's obvious. Fold it up into a tiny ball.
Bosco detests mimes. Bosco detests contortionists. Ergo, Bosco detests contortionist mimes. Okay, I take back what I said. Let's change the subject. Could you get in the vent for the air conditioning ducts?
Through the vent? Wouldn't I love to, Basco? But I'm the great Marcelo, and I can't stoop so low as to perform such a simple magic trick. It's for my own good.
Hey, what's up with that rope on your pants?
I look completely ridiculous compared to the way I look with suspenders, don't I?
Sure do.
Thing is, when mine came loose yesterday, Miss Palmer almost lost an eye. But luckily, she didn't.
Yeah, talk about luck.
Well, yes! Though Miss Palmer then had the brilliant idea of burning them.
What?
With a cigarette lighter.
She burned your suspenders? but they were your prized possession. What a spiteful old hag. Have you ever thought about dressing normally instead of looking like a clown? I've got to go, pal. No way. Quickle's in there, and he's having one of those days today. Hey, Quickle!
What?
Quickle, what's your opinion on... the hospital's facilities?
Far too fancy for us. So spick and span. Dehumanizing, I'd say. Even the gardens smell like jasmine. The swimming pool is too shallow. No sinks for the left-handed. No, we won't be there, monkeys. Shore up the barricades, men. We'll roar our chant as brothers. Happy Dale, you have ruined me. I am irritated.
Listen, what do you think about... Dr. Tyson's methods?
Outdated, inhuman, psychologically demented. The man is a loon. Nothing but punishments, tortures, holes in the skull, lobotomies. What is this madhouse gonna turn into? Oh, how he stokes the fires of discord!
One will suffice, don't you think? You can tell some people have never had one of these in their pocket before. Good. I'll take the blue one. It's better to steal the whole cookie jar than just one cookie. Nobody said anything, so I guess no one saw me take this.